Hello everybody! I should have coughed before I started that. Hello everybody! I am Tom, and you are watching me play Disco Elysium. So, in the last episode, we were pretty unproductive, if I'm being perfectly honest. I kept trying to examine this corpse, and every time I tried, I vomited. So it didn't work out as best as it possibly could. But, through some exploring... Oh, hello. Elysium and the wildfire. Fair enough. I'm still not entirely sure what country we're in, strictly speaking. Revachol is interesting. In that it implies, like, kind of Central Europe somewhere, but... Gift books and molten candy, interesting.
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Heimdall somewhere.
Look through the display of books.
Rows and rows of Heimdall men blur your vision. You make out some titles. Man from Heimdall and the Mammoth Riders. Man from Heimdall, Return to Heimdall. And the solipsistic Man from Heimdall and the Heimdall Man.
Fair enough. How many are there?
Maybe 100. Man from Heimdall and the sages at the end of the world. Man from Heimdall and the false god. Man from Heimdall and the scorched earth. Man from Heimdall, the Heimdall colonies. Man from Heimdall and the swamp beast. Man from Heimdall and the snow crabs.
I mean, I feel like this is going to be a really big list, but I'm intrigued at this point, is that all?
Not even close. Man from Heimdall in hell. Man from Heimdall and the forest of slaves. Man from Heimdall under the lake. Man from Heimdall, Heimdall burning. There's even the Trial of Death, a pastoral combat game book set in the world of Heimdall Man, and so much more.
Do any of the books call out to me?
A twinge at the back of your head makes you flinch. Your eye starts twitching.
What is it?
Your hand reaches toward a book with glossy cover art of the very muscular Man from Heimdall in chains, kneeling in front of a staircase leading to a throne. A woman sits on the throne, leering at the man. Between the throne and the Heimdall Man lies a bonfire, casting shadows on the wall. The shadow of the woman's headdress looks like a pair of devil horns. The title reads, Man from Heimdall and the Devil Woman.
Not all women, definitely. No. Interesting.
The display rack before you is burdened under piles of Man from Heimdall novels.
I have to remember to come back and buy that. Once I have some money, which... currently I don't have. I don't know why I want to buy that, but apparently I do.
Colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Wirral-related merchandise. An endless variety of source books, lore books, and codices litter the table. The topmost book is titled Welkin Compendium, 2nd edition. There's also a large hardbound tome with intricate cover art, The Hunters of Katawak, Boreal Creature Compendium, and a Pick Your Path adventure game book titled Tales of Wirral, Cavern of Velkrag.
Interesting. I wonder if Wirral is an actual tabletop RPG that is, like, somehow based off this game? It doesn't sound like it. It sounds more fantasy, but...
Books in a board game section? Who wants to read books?
Anything that really catches your eye?
There's a box that says Wirral, 3rd edition Mega Setting Supplements Module. The side panel notes, a fantastique adventure board game, new maps and miniatures. A sticker on it displays 25 real. That price is steep.
Wonderful board games,
Whoops.
sir. The Viticulturist is a classic for sure, or perhaps you'd like Archipelagos of Insulinda, a very educational game for those interested in geography.
I missed this, my logic being kind of funny. The price is steep, but then it is a 3rd edition mega setting supplement, so it makes sense. It's my logic saying, well look, this has this really fancy name, therefore it must be worth more money. It's kind of funny.
Browbritter is a fun game of economic competition, but can get quite intense after a while. We have games for the whole family. You can play with your children.
I don't feel as if I have any kids.
Friends are technically like family. For playing with friends, I'd recommend Suzerainty. It's a civilization building game where you build a civilization, then set off to brutally colonize and repress other civilizations. It'll cost 12 real.
Sounds like my kind of game. No, I'm gonna leave, because I have literally no money. Which means this whole entire shop is probably somewhat pointless, but... Alright. Let's talk to the shopkeep. I will look at the shit upstairs,
Welcome to
but...
crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. My name is Plaisance.
Plaisance.
Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
What a question. You seem to be well off enough. Can you give me some money? I'm not going to ask that. So are you the owner of this store?
I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
Oh, interesting. That's cool that it picks that up. Her voice, high-pitched, sounds familiar. You've talked to her before through the doorbell. Yeah, we did. She thought we were Kuno calling her, so obviously she gets prank called by Kuno all the time. The girl outside mentioned this place is cursed.
Cursed? Who said that? Annette? I will have a word with her. This place is not cursed. It has a robustly magnetic energy. Good for commercial activity. My business is thriving, sir.
What in God's name is she talking about?
Your daughter's the one standing outside the store, right?
Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing her job like a proper girl?
Of course.
Wonderful. Did you talk to her?
I did.
Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her?
No. 10. She was very polite and helpful.
My precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette.
I'm here to dismantle the free market and abolish child labour. Okay, let's change the
The woman
subject.
before you scans the store, her shoulders rigid and tense. Every now and then, she nudges her glasses.
Interesting. Farewell for now, book peddler.
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
What's behind the curtains?
Nothing. Now please go back to browsing the books. Don't you feel compelled to look at the books? The books are all you care about.
She speaks almost as if she's trying to put a spell on you, urging you to buy more books. Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alluring they become.
Exactly what I was thinking. Examine the strange cage-like trinket.
You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw.
Like a dream
Inside,
catcher?
a disturbing fish head with empty eye sockets stares at you.
Interesting.
This is a traditional Seminese ward, meant to provide protection against ill luck, bad dreams, curses, and other supernatural scourges.
Who are the Seminese?
Inhabitants of Ile de Fantôme, the Seminine Islands down south.
Makes sense.
Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fish head charm at this time. The curtains remain shut before you.
Ignore them for now. I don't have a warrant. I, strictly speaking, can't go in there. Well, I don't know.
These shelves are
How much?
overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name Dick Mullen over and over.
I was going to say, I don't know how, like, strict these police are with their rules. Hard to say. Though, I mean, there's lynchings going on, which is... Look through the display of books.
Crime fiction is a disgrace. An asinine misrepresentation of the physical attributes of the arduous everyday work of actual police officers. These books greatly overstate the excitement of police work, glossing over how long it takes to actually follow up on leads and eliminate dead ends. What's more, they completely ignore the psychological hardships of year after year coming into contact with people during the worst days of their lives. Not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family. Detective fiction just doesn't tell the truth at all. Now, would you like a list of all the books found on the shelf?
No.
Shelves filled to the brim with crime novels featuring the supposedly stalwart Vespertine detective, Dick Mullen.
Interesting. Tome of Fascist Magic. Rather candid. Fair enough. A quaint picture book brochure, very colourful. I'll look through everything here, obviously. Another boring book, just discarded here.
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. There's also a wide range of paranatural literature.
Interesting. Look through the shelf.
Amidst the various books, you find one written by someone named Matthias W. Dundas. It's about wholeness, unity, balance. These three things are very important to the working class mind.
Thanks, Frederick.
The point of the book, and many others on this shelf, is to give people medicinal advice in situations where they don't have access to paid health services.
How does that work?
It serves platitudes, while also telling everyone that traditional medicine, the kind people don't have access to, and which costs more than this book, is garbage. And would only give you cancer anyway, without even curing your cold or anything.
Interesting.
Wholeness, unity, balance, on the other hand, can basically take care of anything. Though it is important to note, when it's up to your mind to heal yourself, then it's because of your mind that you're ill in the first place.
Yep. Lots of self-help books are similar to that, I
The book
suppose.
features chapters on topics such as how to find magnesium. It even lists plants you can harvest magnesium from. How to continue drinking if you're an alcoholic who has destroyed his liver. And
Interesting.
there's even a chapter on the ancient Seraïs tradition of using duck gallbladder preservatives to treat and prevent sexually transmitted diseases. Pre and post factum apply. Nothing worth buying.
Sarah East might be interesting to look to her little dream catcher thing she got there, or curse thing she got. What books are these?
Sir, please, no browsing in that shelf. That wisdom is not for free. I can't have you end up, like, opening a police store next door and stealing my customers. Oh no!
She's a weird woman.
Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside the alcove. They're held up by small pins. The board has come loose from one corner. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez. This large map
Let's look through them all.
displays archipelagos. You see a constellation of small dots on the light blue emptiness of the Insulindic Ocean. The largest in the northeast is La Caillou. You are here. Another, far away in the southwest, Seminese Islands, Ile de Fantôme. Ozon, Laurentide, Fas à la Mer, Archipelagos, North Arcade Islands, all just specks of dust on the vastness of the Insulindic. On the edges of the map, the color fades into a blur of dotted lines, black and white.
Interesting. So we're currently in the archipelago. That makes a lot of sense. That's why there wasn't cops here. I mean, that makes a lot of sense now. Because, like, we took, like, a week to get here, or just under a week to get here, and there was a dude lynched and hanged. And I guess the reason is because we're cops from the mainland. Although, this guy, our partner did say we lived here, apparently, so... So we're in Lee Kalo. Kidu? I should have listened when he said the name. And the Seminoles Islands are further south, where they've got more traditional medicines and stuff like that. When I say traditional medicines, I, of course, mean not medicines.
Disintegrating into mathematics. In the northeast, a dust mite stands on the north coast of Caillou in a bookstore. It's you.
Can you see cities on the island?
You can, on Caillou,
Caillou,
Revachol,
is how it's
a
pronounced.
single black star, on Ozon, Fondelier, and Vimandu, on archipelagos, Croyan Moran, Villiers, on Seminine, Olduvai, and on Laurentide, Deora of the Seven Seas.
That's interesting. It's not archipelagos, it's archipelagos, I think? And I think it's one of the islands, ironically, in the archipelago. Right? Am I understanding that correctly? I think I am. Interesting.
850 million people live on these little dots, an
That's a lot.
oceanic world of culture and commerce torn apart by history.
Look at the edges.
The ocean breaks apart into a tangle of cosines and azimuths, all pointing into pale nothingness. Windy is the north azimuth. Grad is the northeast azimuth. Samara is the east azimuth. Seo is the west azimuth. Isolas, they're called. Connections to other worlds. Words past the Incelindian, unknown to you. You only know you've never been there. You have little idea what they are. Distant stars, gods, but looking at them makes you feel almost non-existent. Whatever they are, the Isolas are immeasurably large compared to you, and very, very far away.
Interesting. So I guess we could have passed that. 17 is not hard to hit.
Perhaps they are gods, gods of distance and outer dust.
My conceptualization also failed. Alright, let's look at Revachol. So Revachol should be the main city of the island we're on now, if I'm understanding what they've said correctly.
The north coast of a verdant island is shattered by the delta of a river. It is the River Esperance. Countless bridges put the shards back together, connecting city blocks to river islands. La Delta says a great artificial heart in the center, teeming with life forms and construction. To the east, rolling hillsides, Le Jardin, Stella Marie, the suburbs of Saint-Baptiste, swallowed up into the megacity. They sound rich to you. This is Revachol East.
And west of the river.
Hudon, it's somewhere to live. Not bad. Then there's Jamrock. It's bad. People shouldn't live there, but they do. Then Forberg. It's almost as bad, and much larger. Then Coal City. It's the worst.
And Martinez.
It's so small you can't even see it on the map. No, wait. There it is. North of Jamrock, the strip of coast next to the Greater Revachol Industrial Harbour. It looks downright despondent. It's almost Coal City, to be honest.
Which is where we are now, I assume. I think I have heard Martinez before, so I think that's where we are. So it's like we're in almost the shittiest part of the entire island.
No, this is somewhere to be. This is all you have. But it's still something. Streets and sodium lights, the sky, the world. You're still alive.
Interesting. Huh. I guess it's because, I think, like he said, that we live in Martinez. So we live somewhere close to here, which is weird that we were in the hotel in the first place. Let's look at the map of Martinez.
It's not really a map. It's a tourist thing. A picture postcard with buildings on it, drawn from an isometric perspective. A date in the upper right corner says 48. Still, it's detailed. Could be pretty useful for scouting ahead. You see the jagged boxes of an industrial harbor, even the whirling in rags there.
Can I buy these maps?
I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is the only one available. The other two are not for sale anymore. And besides, you could scarcely afford them. They're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though.
Why is one of Martinez so cheap?
That old thing. It's an out-of-date map of a tourist location that never was nor came to be. From when some design studio people tried to spruce the place up 4 or 5 years ago. They also renovated the horse statue, set up those coin-operated viewers, and designed the new street lamps.
Interesting.
The place does not look like a successful tourist trap, does it?
What happened then?
They didn't get that far, for some reason. A shame the project never got going. Would be nice if someone fixed Martinez up. All these ruins are bad for business.
I'm gonna leave. I don't have enough money to buy that, which is hilarious.
Volumetric shit compressor.
Nice. I've got my shit together.
Bizarre scientific news from Rivershoal West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit singularity lasts.
That's kind of hilarious. So this one is done. You can forget things. You do not have enough skill points to forget something. That's intriguing. 3, 6, 9. So you have like 12 possible, and there's all of these. So I guess you have to forget some shit? Huh. So I've got my shit together, as it were. Let's do the last one and then go back to the body.
The plaque on the shelf reads, Biographies of Famous People. You see a large variety of names, none of which ring a bell.
Look through this play books.
Browsing through all the books with all their names makes your head spin. None of these seem important or relevant.
Vapid egoism.
It's all just vapid egoism. Suddenly, a particularly odd title catches your eye. It reads, High Speed Love, the tragic true love story of Jacob Irv and Alfie Delatraz, by one Cecilia Averbrook.
What's it about?
High Speed Love chronicles the romance between two of the finest tip-top tourney racers in history. One of them is the madcap driver, Jacob Irv. His blonde mane graces the cover.
I wonder if we picked that up. It's interesting here because I'm trying to figure out why my brain gets attached to certain things because of the amnesia. And I call it amnesia is, I guess, technically the correct word, but he's just destroyed his brain with alcohol, so amnesia, I don't know if that's the correct word, but he still remembers things, and like things seem important to him for some reason, and then you've got to ascertain why they're important to him. So in this case, I don't know whether or not it's the author of the book that's important, or it's the fact that he was into these tourney races, right? Maybe he was like a big gambler on tourney races? That could be a thing too.
Next to Irv's life story, you see a slim biography of an Occidental rock star called the Anti-Star. He's famous for shooting morphine into one of his eyeballs and cocaine into the other.
Jesus.
Next to that, Rivershoalian radio personality Guillaume Bevy stands in front of a rundown drug den. He's a permanent fixture on Channel 8, reporting on real-life crime and ruining cops' days.
I really must insist you buy one of the books. Reading them is not for free. Do still browse, though, but not too long. I'm sorry, I did not mean to rush you. You are browsing. Go ahead. Take your time. Time is commerce.
Interesting. So she's trying to... She, isn't the best business person, but she's trying. Oh, you can sleep after 9 PM. Sleeping heals you. Cool, I guess. I'm gonna go back to the body, because my shit is now together, as it were. The most together you've ever seen any shit, apparently.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below,
Ha ha ha! Again!
the corpse laughs at you, pus dripping from its mouth.
You will never be able to hold it in. It's always too much.
Every time it happens, it gets worse and worse. There's nothing more to throw up now. All that's left is crying and convulsing dryly at the same time.
Even though I got my shit compressed, how is this possible?
I'm at a loss as well. I could swear your shit was together, detective.
Sometimes even that is not enough. Life is unfair.
What do I do now?
Officer, you just need to be stronger. Learn to keep it in long enough for us to work. There's nothing else to do.
I agree.
Relax. It's okay if you don't make it today. The bloated corpse isn't going anywhere.
Well, turns out we're not doing that. We're sitting at like nearly half an hour. I'm tempted to end the episode here, but I kind of want to do a bit more exploring as well. Yeah, so here, we've got these little lookout things that we were reading about before. So, seemingly, these were all put in here. Yeah, coin-operated viewer. Seemingly, these things were all put here because this was planned to be like a tourist trap place, and it never really eventuated. Broken window. Tibbs has windows. Got a drunk guy down there. If you had a bag in your hand, perhaps you could collect these bottles and sell them. Interesting.
This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossilized bubblegum, rendering the machine permanently inaccessible.
Look inside.
A thick layer of graffito covers the lenses. You spell out the word Onuk written on the other side, with N and C scribbled backwards.
It's Kuno written on the other side.
That's Kuno on
Yeah,
the lens.
thank you, Logic. Shift your focus to the background.
Under the graffito, a sea of blues and greys appear. Behind the water lies a coast studded with concrete and reeds. On it, a church on stilts, lanky weather-worn wooden planks, an X-shaped cross topping its tower. You know this to be the Star of Pericarnassus, or the Cairo, the central symbol of the Pericarnassian Church, a star, a great moral height to be strived towards.
Interesting. Poor little viewer.
The metal feels cold and wet under your palm. It looks unhygienic.
Vandalism. Shake your head.
Probably some kids.
Probably a specific kid, i.e. Kuno.
This coin-operated viewer is facing south. The instruction manual says to insert 25 centimes and pull the handle while looking inside. Then use the focus knob to zoom in if necessary. Why place a tourist attraction in the middle of such poverty?
What's a tourist attraction doing here?
There was a revitalization project in 49. A design
I already
studio
kinda
tried
knew this,
restoring Martinez to its pre-war glory. It didn't stick. They got as far as the street lamps and the statue on that intersection. Then something went sour. I suspect that something was Everard Clare, the union leader. He muscled them out. It's how it usually goes around here.
Interesting. Makes sense. Yeah, can't we do something about it?
We should have done something about the union 10 years ago. That ship has sailed, officer.
I mean, I don't have much money, but fuck it, let's
Your
go.
money disappears into the coin slot. A clunk. The ring of metal.
Pull the handle and look inside.
The curtains on the display open. You lean in to catch the view. It's blurry. Different blues and greens. In the middle of the shimmer stands a drab grey shape, like a ghost.
Focus it.
The lenses shift. The ghost sharpens into an islet in the bay. In the ruins, a man-made structure is visible. A half-sunken sea fort. Its concrete almost reconquered by nature.
Interesting. An oil rig? It must be, right?
It looks as if it was abandoned quite some time ago. Nothing but a rotten tooth remains of the anti-aircraft tower. A lonely birch tree
Interesting.
grows out of it.
Okay. From a previous war, I guess. What were these all saying? 48? World War II, I guess, maybe? The ruins of some kind of building there.
Really? I don't have the eyesight to make it out.
Interesting. I didn't read what that said. Cheap Capeside Apartments, matinee pier. God damn it.
Whoa. What have we here?
A bridge.
A bridge with loose nails and rot-infested wood that creaks in the wind. A construction code violation if there ever was one.
It looks like we've got a construction code violation.
True. They never cleaned up the war damage. The rest of Revachol looks better, though.
Lieutenant, think about the splinters.
The bridge is fine enough. Locals use it all the time, after all. It's nothing to worry about. Shall we?
Interesting. A lonely cormorant surveys the sea, indifferent as you approach. Even the seabirds don't care. I think we're gonna leave it there. I spent like 30 minutes, which seems to be about an hour in-game. Yeah, about an hour in-game, it seems like. I think we started at like 10:30ish in-game, and it's now like 11:30ish. But I think I'm going to leave it there. We didn't really accomplish much. I just spent my time walking around a bookstore. But I think that's kind of the point of this game, is that you can spend a lot of time doing pretty much nothing. But we did get a lot of good information about both the surrounding area and about the kind of the wider area as well, like how there are good parts and bad parts, but also the fact that Martinez used to be like it was designed as a tourist trap, and then according to Kim, it was actually the Union leader who kind of muscled them out. So it's all organized crime and the Union leading and stuff. Before we go, I'm going to check this car, because I think this is Kim's car, right? And he said we could radio people?
Stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57. Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet. This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion. The Caprice Kinema motor carriage.
Open the door.
In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Pick up the radio.
The frequency tableau lights up, and the green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens. Radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
The purr of electrical kittens is possibly the best way to describe static I've ever heard.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Lieutenant? Interesting.
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st Precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Hi Alice, this is an officer from the 41st Precinct speaking. Nice to meet you.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Could you get me to the 41st precinct? I have something I need to report.
Just a second, officer.
She puts you on hold, the static crackling softly into like a bonfire. After a while, you hear an old man greet you from the radio. His riding voice is oddly familiar.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in. Over.
A scrawny old man sits in a dusty cubicle, smoking, with a large white rectangle sewn on his vest. In front of him is a box-shaped apparatus with an array of wires and antennas. The radio switchboard.
Interesting. I just got that. It was 10. I needed 10. So this is me having a memory, I suppose.
The man uses relay code. You got this. You're a cop, and cops know relay code.
10-4, Station 41. I've got urgent business, over.
10-4, message received. 10-5, relay message. What's your status? Over.
Just reporting in, over.
10-18, state your message, sir.
In dire need of financial assistance.
10-4, I hear you. I don't have the authority to grant your request, but...
Is it him? What does he want?
He says he needs money.
Don't give that asshole anything. He's just gonna drink it all.
Alright, that's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over.
Fair enough. It's paramount from the investigation that I get more money.
He says it's important to the case.
He isn't getting a red cent. You can tell him that.
Request denied, sir. Over.
Alright, I heard you, no funds.
Anything else, sir? Over.
I need to report my badge missing. This is not going to run well, but I need to do it.
10-9, over.
My badge, I can't find it anywhere. Basically, it's gone.
10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain. Over.
Any other good news?
He's saying he lost his badge.
He what? He lost his badge?
Say nothing.
Who lost his badge?
Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Interesting.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge.
Thank you, Encyclopedia. I already knew that.
Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you. Haha, officer's lost his badge. Haha, like I'm the first cop to ever misplace his badge.
He says this has probably happened to other policemen before him and laughs sarcastically.
Thank you, Jules.
Oh goddamn it! Is he fucking kidding? The whole station's gonna be dicked for this.
Satellite Officer Vikmar is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation of the entire station.
Mullen dicked us.
Can't we just move on? I want to report this and be done with it.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
What's going on?
Super Cop here lost his badge.
He lost his what now?
His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
Could you all please just stop saying lost his badge for a moment?
He asks you to please stop saying he lost his badge.
Why? Did he find it?
Sergeant Orson was wondering if you found your badge yet.
You don't have a comeback. Sorry. It's hard to think like this.
I failed my reaction speed check. Say nothing.
He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking for it.
Enough of this for now. I have other things to discuss.
10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun too.
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun too. Over.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you?
I don't have my gun.
No. It's gone. It's not fucking on you.
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
Convince him that you did not lose your gun. Please, please,
Even
please.
before you can get
Well,
the
that's
bullets
unfortunate.
out, everything gets scrambled in your brain.
Of course I didn't lose my fun. Gun! Fuck it, I didn't lose my gun.
He says he didn't lose his gun. Or his fun, whatever that means.
Ask him to describe it. His gun, not his fun. Just the gun will do.
Satellite Officer McLean requests a description of your weapon. Over.
It's a gun, what can I say? A regular goddamn murder weapon. And you know, you know how they are, bang bang.
He says it's just a regular gun.
Sounds like he's being deliberately vague.
Detective Mullen has done it again. Where's my gun?
Dear God, he lost his gun. Oh my, I can't.
This isn't really a laughing matter.
Mac can face a giant of Coco Nur by himself, but Disco here made him piss his pants.
Oh, I can't. Fuck. He lost his... Ask him if he's still got his wiener.
I'm not going to.
Ask him.
Sergeant Orson here is wondering if you are still in possession of your genitalia. Over.
Yeah, I lifted his moments after I fucked her ass all night. Tell him that.
That's a negative. Not going to say that. Over.
What's he saying? Share with the class.
He said he sodomized your mother.
The prick ate Mama's vanilla waffles at the captain's birthday party. Some nerve he's got.
Sure her vanilla waffles were the only thing he ate?
Shut up, Chester. This isn't funny. This is my mom we're talking about. Tell him to apologize right now.
Sergeant Orson requests that you apologize for the claims that you made about his mother. Over.
Yeah, tell him I'm sorry. Just bad.
He says he's sorry and didn't mean nothing by it.
Okay. Tell him...
Tell him to find his goddamn badge and gun. That's the only thing that matters here.
Satellite Officer...
Yeah, I heard him. I'm on it.
10-4, affirmative. Officer is in pursuit of his firearm.
Oh, God,
Officer, do you need further assistance? Over.
Personal details I'd like to discuss.
Okay, 10-4, sir. I hear you. Relay your question.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through.
I need information, not fear.
Be smart about this. Ask if he's there alone.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question.
Please refer to me with my full name in future.
10-9, repeat message. I didn't get that, sir. Over.
Say my name.
Sir, I will not have you talk to me in this manner. Over.
Please just say my name, Jules.
What? What is it? What can he possibly still want from us?
He seems intoxicated and keeps asking me to call him by his name.
Mullen's drunk and emotionally aggressive. That's new.
Wrap it up. Don't indulge in his drunken antics.
I want to know if you got my badge's description right on the report. Could you read it to me? Name, rank, date of birth.
What? What is it? He's still on the line?
He wants to verify the information on his badge.
But of course, it says Dick Mullen, High General of the Revacholian Cavalry Force.
Tell him to stop wasting time.
What do you need, sir? Over.
This ain't gonna work. Yeah, let's wrap this up.
Understood, sir. Over.
10-10, transition completed, standing by, over.
Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
Stack ends with a loud click, everything is silent in the king. Run your fingers over one of the steering levers.
The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so very familiar in your palm.
I know how to drive. Tap on the fuel preheater gauge.
As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat.
There's no use pressing the heat button. It won't start without the ignition key.
Translation: we're not going anywhere right now. Alternative translation: don't even think you can drive my MC.
Pick up the radio again.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
I need you to connect me to a civilian, a Sylphie. She may have reported a murder.
Of course. What is her number, officer?
Didn't Garte give you Sylvie's number?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Received. Hold on, officer.
Wait patiently.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi slowly begins to tap a little rhythm with his right foot. Quite a lot of time has passed.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello?
A female voice greets you through the static. It sounds like she's a million miles away from here. Sylvie, I believe we've met before. This is me, the detective from the Whirling in Rags.
Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
I'm very tempted to ask these questions, but I'm not going to. You quit your job at the Whirling. Why?
You mean, why did I leave the bar?
You can hear her
Honestly,
attach up the other side.
Not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir.
Why not?
Did you leave because of Garte?
What? No, why would you even think that?
He told me he asked you out. Are you saying it didn't happen?
Please, don't bring Gart into this. It's none of your business. I already said I don't want to talk about this. You're messing everything up again.
Was it you who called the police?
No, not me.
Why didn't you call? Didn't a course beyond your workplace bother you?
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the union already knew about the corpse.
Why does the union have to do with anything?
No one calls the police. The union would get angry.
What do you mean by that?
You know, what the union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
I'm gonna ask him if that's true. I think it is.
Legally, no. In reality, yes. Martinez is de facto policed by the dock workers union.
Words are not necessary to feel the lieutenant's discontent for the situation.
Maybe there's something else I can tell me about.
I don't know what to tell you, officer. I didn't call you because I didn't want to get in trouble with the others. With the union. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, that's fine. Do you know who made the call?
No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires.
Yeah, fair.
People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the union's phone, or the one on the coast.
So the union has a phone, and there's one further down the coast. Got it.
Good to know.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
Alright, next question.
Yeah, go on.
See my badge?
Yes, I know who you are. You're a police officer. The law.
This exact conversation has happened before. Establishing authority before this young girl seems to have been important to you in the past. Don't go there again.
How did you first learn I'm a police officer?
You told me back in the Whirling. You told everybody. and so does your badge. I don't need to hear about it anymore.
My badge is missing. Have you seen it anywhere?
Oh, no, I haven't, sorry.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours?
Kim doesn't have a uniform and he seems real to me.
He's in plain clothes, voluntarily. It's different from not knowing where your uniform is. There are officers who wear the signature Perseus black uniforms to the highest ranks in the RCM and end up buried in them as well. Others do it more casually. Looks like you're one of them.
You see my gun?
Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun, detective.
I showed you my gun. When did it happen?
You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating, and
What did I do?
you were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes. It got pretty graphic.
Ooh.
Oh, those again. I have been trying to wean you off them.
That's so bad.
You know, when you put your gun, your actual gun, on your temple and pretend to shoot your brains out, off of that, people don't like that.
Yeah, funnily enough.
I remember this. You were screaming things like, "My brains are all over the wall, painting them red. I won't be seeing it, 'cause these are my brains. I can't see without my brains." Very nice visuals there.
What happened to my gun?
No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like, "Big bucks cannot lie," and "Guns can't buy money, but money can always buy guns." It almost looked like you pawned it. But believe me, I did not ask.
Thanks.
I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
Why did she seem angry with you?
No, she doesn't have a problem with you. It must be someone else she's angry about. Some other guy. Like Gart.
Definitely some other guy. A guy like Gart.
You know women and their constant problems. Yak, yak, nag, nag. How's one supposed to get the love going like that? That's where you step in. You're Lieutenant Love, matchmaker extraordinaire. Help the poor girl out, lest she turns into a spinster.
Oh god, not a spinster.
Not a spinster, my God. You have to intervene on behalf of the International Lavatory Fund. First, calm her down. Tell her you've got everything under control. And then go have a boy's talk with God himself. Think you can do that, Lieutenant Love?
Wow. I love this in parentheses. Refuse the love quest, although it's wonderful. I've got everything under control.
No. What?
You and Garte, right? A little trouble under the sheets. Say no more, Papa's got this big popper.
God, what is happening in your head?
Thank you, Rhetoric.
Oh God. Please, just stay out of my life.
I've got a hunch your love life is about to take a very pleasant turn. Give Lieutenant a knowing wink.
What? What is it?
You'll see, Lieutenant, you'll see.
Call was terminated by the other party. Anything else, officer?
It's on. The love quest is on. Too late, everyone. It's on. Take it to God now.
I'm done with the radio for now.
7th, over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, and...
Whew. Well, we're gonna do that next time, because that took me all the way up to an hour, pretty much. That was, impressive. And indeed, it does seem that it's like a 2-to-1 timescale by the look of it. So, half an hour in real time is about, well, it's just over that, I think. Like, half an hour in real time is about an hour and a bit in the game time. And I'm assuming we'll skip time when we sleep. I'm going to go back in here, because we're going to talk to Gart next time. But that's going to be it for this episode. Hello.
The theme on that pinball machine is a standard royalist theme, used on everything from pinball cabinets to full-flavor cigarettes.
What are the hallmarks?
Clinging to a picture book version of the past century, waiting for the king to come back and cast out all the profiteers and homosexuals. Basically, imagine a yellow plastic crown with a liquor brand emblazoned on it.
I'd rather know more about the world today.
The contemporary period stands still. The fated carousel of progress that doomed the royalists is itself winding down. Our time is decelerating into what? No one knows.
Random bit of logic. I do like that. Like, just walk past this pinball machine and my stupid brain just goes, here's a random fact that you remember. It's great. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. If you like the video, please leave a like. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. I was planning on doing half-an-hour episodes, but we're at an hour again. So this game does kind of pull me in way too hard.